Sorry guys, I'm just craving things right now and I'm like super freaking hungry. I'm eating peanut butter and I'm eating chips, which I shouldn't even be eating to begin with because I'm supposed to be on a freaking diet. And of course it never works out. Oh, I just totally spilled ice cream all over the place. Well, I wasn't planning on filming today, but just because of the way I was feeling today, I just started thinking like a lot about a lot of things, and I think this video is just going to be kind of like a story time, kind of like slash advice type of video. I need some water. You know when you like eat so much ice cream, your throat and your mouth starts feeling dry? Yeah, that's how I feel right now. Okay. Well, today I was just feeling kind of like down, and that happens a lot, honestly. Just like I just feel like with anybody, honestly, when you're just going through like a lot of stuff, you just randomly like will have your bad days and then you'll have your really good days. And today was one of those days where it started off good, but then I just started thinking about a whole bunch of like stuff that has been going on with me, and then my day just got like worse and worse and worse and worse, and I hate when I get in those moods. And like I said, it happens a lot with me. Sometimes I can be perfectly fine one day, and then the next day I'm just not okay, and everything is just getting to me, and I get annoyed easily, and I just get in this like mood where I just feel down. And every day for me is just a day where I have to try to figure out how to get through it. I have to try to figure out how to, go on with life, because honestly, that's just the way it is. Like, life will keep going, life will not stop, no matter if you have, 1,000 issues going on in your life. And that's, sorry, I have something on right now. No matter what, like, life is not gonna stop for you because you're having a bad day or your life is just not going right, I'm gonna tell you guys about this one time where okay, I'm gonna try not to cry when I talk about this, just because sometimes it is still hard to really talk about it, because it was like one of my darkest moments in my life that I ever had to really like go through. It was last year. I had a lot going on with like my family, my relationship, friendships, just anything like with myself. I was going through everything, and it's like everything just piled on me, from one thing to another thing to another thing, and I just got really, really like depressed, and I didn't want to do anything. I barely even wanted to eat. I couldn't even sleep right, and it felt like I would sleep for like 5 minutes and I would be up again, and I was so tired. Like, I was so tired, and excuse me, and I was so tired, and then it's just when your mind is just running and running and running, like you just don't find it in you to be able to fall asleep that easily. And I didn't even know what to do with myself. Like, I didn't know what to do or how to be able to help myself, because I didn't want to be around anybody. I didn't want to talk to nobody about my problems. I just wanted to be by myself. I didn't want help from anybody, and I just got really, really depressed because I had a lot going on, and I just wasn't myself. Like, I didn't recognize myself, and it's like I didn't really care about life. I didn't really care about anything that happened to me. Like, if I woke up the next day, okay, fine, whatever, cool. And if I didn't, then I didn't. And in that time that I was going through stuff, like, it took me back to years ago when I wouldn't say what, elementary school through like middle school. I was bullied like really, really bad. Um, because of my looks and the way I looked. And honestly, like, now that I think about it, I wish I would have handled back when I was in elementary school through middle school like completely different when I was getting bullied. I wish I didn't care what people thought about me, because honestly, like, everybody goes through those stages where they're not very good looking. Like, your parents don't. My parents didn't let me wear makeup. I wasn't able to do my eyebrows, shave my legs, or anything like that. And a lot of people made fun of me because of the way that I looked, and I guess that I didn't look like a girl, I guess. And it got to me really, really bad, where I was cutting myself, and I just, every time I would come home from school, like, I would just go straight to my room or straight to the restroom, and I would just be cutting myself, and I just cried. I would cry and cry because it would hurt. It would hurt to feel that, like, in my veins, and it would also hurt to keep continuously hearing those thoughts in my head of what people would call me and say to me every day. And it came to the point in my life where I honestly, I didn't want to live anymore. I just didn't think I deserved anything. I just felt like, okay, if everybody thinks I'm ugly and they think that I'm never going to get anywhere in life, then I shouldn't be alive. Like, I let them get to me. And a year ago, like I was saying, whenever I started getting into these moods where I didn't want to do anything, and I got really depressed and I got really sad, it took me back to years ago when I was younger, and I told myself that no matter how hard life gets, that I will never let anything or anybody stop me from bringing myself up. Nothing would stop me from trying to find myself, can't talk. Sorry, I just feel like I'm like running out of breath, or like it's kind of hard to talk about it. But I just told myself that I would never let anybody take my happiness from me ever again. I wouldn't let what other people had to say about me get to me ever again either. And I think I let that happen to myself. And when I started realizing that, a year ago, I was just like, what am I doing? Like, I made myself a promise that I would never let anything like this happen. And I'm letting it happen right now, because I'm letting the way life is going for me take over me, and I can't even sleep. I don't even want to eat. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to do nothing, like, at all. I just wanted to be in my room. I didn't even want to go to work. That's how bad it was. I would just want to stay in my room and cry. I would just want to not do anything. I wasn't happy. I didn't care about myself. I didn't care what happened to me. And it's so crazy to think about it, because as soon as I started realizing that I was letting this happen again to me, I was letting other people take control of my happiness, like, I'm supposed to take control of my life, and my life was taking control of me and taking over my happiness. And that's when I was like, I can't do this. And I told myself, like, I want to live. I want to experience happiness. I want to know that, like, no matter how hard life hits me, like, I'm gonna get right back up, and I'm gonna fight, and I'm gonna make sure that I'm happy, make sure that I find myself again, and I get myself out of this dark hole. And the first thing that I started doing was, waking up early in the morning, taking a very cold, fresh shower, refreshing myself. And then I started reading books, and I started reading, just stories that had to do with what I was going through and how to get through stuff. And it just distracted my mind from, I guess, reality. It distracted my mind from everything that was going on. And it was amazing. It just like started opening my eyes about life. It started opening my eyes about a lot of things. And it was honestly like the best book I have ever read. Honestly, I'm gonna try to remember what it's called, and then I'll definitely let you guys know in the description box below what this book was called, because I loved it. It was amazing, and it helped me get through a lot of stuff reading. And honestly, like, I was never a person who would read books, and then just I realized that reading books was something that helped me to keep busy, to distract my mind, and especially if it had to do with what I was going on, it helped even more. And then what I started doing too is every day, as weird as it sounds, like, I would sit there and I'd tell myself, like, you're gonna get through this, today's gonna be a good day, and you're gonna do everything in your power to make it a good day, no matter how hard it gets, no matter how hard, you know, life is gonna want to hit you and bring you down. Like, you're gonna make this a good day. And then I also started thinking about that, like, every family, every person goes through relationship problems, family problems. I shouldn't be sitting here crying. I shouldn't be sitting here feeling like, oh my gosh, I don't want to live, when there's like people literally trying to fight for their lives right now. There's literally people dying right now, and I'm sitting here with a good job, great family, even though they get on my nerves sometimes, but I love them. Like, I have a good family, I have a roof over my head, I'm healthy, and I'm sitting here complaining, you know. And it just wasn't, I just kind of like snapped out of it, and I allowed myself to like vent. I allowed myself to express everything that I feel, so I can get it out. I mean, I wouldn't keep everything bottled up inside like I had for years. And something that also helped me, that is still helping me, and it's still I'm still trying to get through stuff, is therapy. I started going to therapy, and I started talking about my issues. And honestly, like, I wasn't a person who really believed in therapy. I didn't know really what it was about until I tried it out, because the first time that I went to it, it was very, very nerve-wracking, but it just helps you a lot when you're talking to somebody who knows how to really get to the root of the problem, and why you're in this, why you got into a dark place, and how you can become better, and how you can help yourself. It was amazing, and that helped me a lot, and it still is helping me a lot, you know. And I still think about the stuff that me and my therapist have talked about before, which I actually have to see her, because I haven't seen her in a couple months, but it had been helping me. And you know, there's times where just everything just hits me, but then I tell myself, like, look, you had a good day today, you know, got through work, it was a good day, you laughed, you smiled, or whatever. Somebody, like a client or something like that, you know, said something nice to you, or stuff like that. And you know, I feel like anybody, in my opinion, like, shouldn't complain when they have a lot of good stuff going on in their lives. And honestly, like, it doesn't hurt to try to turn to somebody to talk to if you ever need help. And it's just, it's healthy for you to try to talk to somebody. It's healthy for you to try to want to be alive, because honestly, there's so much to life that I like want to experience, and I want to do, and I'm sure anybody would want to do. Like, whenever, I know I'm kind of like rambling and going like in circles with my story, which I'm sorry, there's just like everything that I want to, like, you know, crowd into this video. You know, back when I was in middle school, like, I just didn't want to live anymore. I didn't want to be here, because there was just, I'm sorry, honestly, like, I'm tired because I've been at work, and it's like currently like almost like 9 o'clock, I think, right now, so I'm just like tired. So sorry if I'm yawning. But back when I was in middle school, like, I honestly didn't want to like live anymore. I didn't want to do anything, and I like was planning my suicide. Like, I just knew that I was gonna die that day that I was planning everything, and I had planned everything out. And I remember when I came home from school that day, you know, my mom was already home, and she knew that something had been going on with me because she sensed me being very angry towards her, towards everybody. I didn't want to talk to nobody. I was just always constantly in my room. I was always constantly wearing sweaters and long sleeves and everything. And she talked to me, and she's brought me into my room, and we were talking, and she was asking me, like, tell me what's wrong, like, talk to me, like, I'm here for you and everything. And I remember she's like, I want to be able to help you, like, I can't help you if I don't know what's wrong, I can't help you if I don't know what's going on with you. And that, like, day I just broke down into tears, and I started telling her everything that had been going on at school, everything that I've been feeling, how I didn't want to live. And she knew about my cuts now whenever I started talking to her about it. And it's just so weird because that day, the specific day that I wanted to die, like, my mom was there for me, and she hugged me and wrapped me in her arms, and she was so hurt that I had those thoughts in my head, and she is the one that saved me that day. And I just knew that I was not ready to go then. I knew that I wasn't ready to go because I know that no matter the problems that we were having in my family or anything like that at school, like, I knew that the one person who was going to be there for me was my mom, and she was going to protect me, and she saved me. And it's just like now I don't ever try to let things get to me. Like, I may cry for like 5 minutes, or I may be angry, or just like get into these moods for like a couple minutes, and then I'm just like, I try to snap out of it, and I'm like, no, like, I have so much to be thankful for. I have so much to live for that I don't want to allow myself to ever feel this way or anything like that. So I just want to give you guys that advice, that I want you guys to know that you guys can come to me, like, with whatever it is. Like, whoever is out there watching this video, whoever is going through something hard, like, talk to me. I want to be able to help people because I've been through the worst, and I've been in the darkest holes ever. Like, I have been through everything that you can think of, and I don't want to make it seem like I'm the only one that goes through stuff, because that's not how I want it to be. Like, I know there's so many people out there going through stuff right now, but I just want to be able to let you guys know that I want to help. And if you want to talk to me, if you need advice, whatever it is, like, I want to be able to help out anybody with anything that they're going through, because I know that life gets in the way, and I know that life gets hard sometimes. But, like, whatever it is, like, I want to be able to like, do what I can in my power to know that I let somebody vent to me, whatever it is. Like, just know that I'm here. Just know that I care. I'm a very caring person, so I'm more than willing to listen. Like, I love being there for people. So this was just kind of like a video where I wanted to vent, talk, give advice, tell you kind of my story on how to be able to get through things. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I'm sorry I was all over the place talking about everything. Again, I hope you guys liked this video. This was just kind of like a last minute type of thing, but yeah, I hope you guys liked it. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.